Hey guys, Huz here, bringing you another video, this time playing Kennen top, the little midget himself. That is quite good against the current meta. Now saying that, I think Kennen, Jace and Ryze, obviously Ryze actually being fairly popular already, but Kennen and Jace, I think are both going to become a little bit more popular in the upcoming few weeks. Seeing that both of them champions, or three of them, including Ryze, are very good kits to deal with the current tank meta, especially playing against Renekton. Renekton is known as one of the best top laners in the game, if not the best right now. So having Kennen or Jace that can just poke him down in lane phase, get rid of him, you know, be more useful in team fights. Jace, especially in the late game, can do that massive poke, hopefully before they can engage, is pretty good counter to the current meta, or in my opinion anyway. So expect to see, you know, I'm doing a Kennen commentary now. There's going to be a Jace one in the next few days, and maybe a Ryze one as well, because these are the champions that I think are up and coming, especially in the top lane. Now, I use this game as an example that this is a Diamond ELO game, and I'm pleased to say that I'm actually starting to climb in Diamond now. You know, I'm going on a bit of a win streak. I think I've won five games in a row or so. But this game does not go perfect for across the board. This Yasuo here, he was a quite nice fellow, but there you go, on the screen, Yasuo has left the game. He had constant internet issues throughout the game, and this made this game a little bit difficult. So, as soon as I saw he DC'd, you know, we have an Akali in the mid lane against him, which is known as a counter, I thought, I have to carry this game because no one else is going to. You know, it's going to be a hard game. If you just stay out, like, keep our cool, then everything will be okay. Now, you notice a couple things in this lane. Renekton actually opted for 921. Now, this is the whole point that I say you don't need LoL Nexus to know these things. He went 921, and I know that because he has the little shield mastery that I just got rid of. Excuse me. And myself, as Kennen, I will throw up the runes and masteries on the screen right now. So, runes, very, very simple. You know, you take in some AP, AD, armor, and magic resist, and then the masteries are just pure. I think I used 2190. But yeah, they'll be on the screen right now, as a lot of you were a fan of that. Anyway, I'm going for a kill or just some damage onto the Renekton. You know, a lot of harass Kennen can do early. So you'll notice I actually have missed quite a bit of CS. And that is a mistake on my part. This is just me not knowing the champion fully. I'm still in the learning phases of Kennen. But I know what he can do versus a Renekton. So I'm going to try my best to keep up the pressure as much as I can. And hopefully look for an early kill. Now, I've played, obviously, a lot of Renekton games, as he's probably my main top laner. Although I'm trying to branch out into other top laners now. But he is so sucky against the Kennen. I've played the matchup in the other way. I've played Renekton versus Kennen. And you just feel awful. It sucks. Anyway, Wukong is looking for a gank on me. And I'm looking down to come a ward. But then I see him. He's actually half health. So I'm actually going to go aggressive on him. See if I can pick up a kill. I throw my Ignite on him. I'm going to continue for the kill. He does flash. Now here's a mistake by my part. I flash as well. And I go for the Q. Now I don't really know why I did that. Again, that's just learning the champion. So mistake number 2 on my part. You know, missing more CS than I need to. And also doing that little bad move there. And that is practically to the thing of, I don't know the champion fully. Even if that Q connected, I doubt that would have even picked up the kill. It probably would have been a bit too high health. So again, I do have a CS lead, and obviously I did have a little bit of a skirmish with the Wukong, so I have been out of lane a little bit, but it shouldn't affect it that much. So just keep up the early pressure on Renekton. I have, as said, played this matchup several times, and normally I would have a kill by now as Kennen, because so many Renektons don't realise that they can't fight a Kennen at level 2 or 3, and they try to, and if a Renekton is full health and then goes on a Kennen at level 2 or 3, yeah, you're going to be in a little bit of trouble as Kennen. But what you should be doing, as you can see every single time I have the opportunity, auto attack, auto attack, auto attack. Again, auto attack, W, get them even less health. This is what you have to do if you're playing Jace, if you're playing Kennen. This is exactly what you have to do. So continue farming while he goes back. This will give me a chance just to build a further lead. There are several things that are happening in the mid lane. You can see Yasuo again, connection issues. He's doing nothing and he leaves the game again. So this game hopefully will just show you that it's not the end of the world if someone is DCing in your team. Just don't lose your cool. You know, there's no point losing your cool. No point raging, as it accomplishes nothing. If you try and do your best in your own lane and try to carry from what you're doing, then hopefully things will just kind of pan out. If they don't, they don't. You know, it happens. It's solo queue. Anyway, again, pushing it into the turret. Renekton is returning. And he's opted for getting a Doran's Blade. You'll notice he started Doran's Shield, which against the Kennen is not a bad idea. You know, Kennen is going to be just continually auto-attacking you, and this passive blocks 8 damage from basic attacks. So, in my opinion, it is quite clever going Doran's shield versus a Kennen. Now, what I've just built is another Doran's Blade, so further auto attacks, and then an amplifying tome and a little bit of health potions. Now, the reason you get a second Doran's Blade is it's very common for people to build early MR versus a Kennen. You may see an early Negatron Cloak into a Spirit Visage very, very early, especially on a champion like Renekton or Trundle or Mundo, even though he's not played a lot. This means that if you have that extra Doran's Blade, that MR is not going to hurt you as much as it normally would. You can continue doing auto attack harass, and that will further your lead and further the harass that you can keep doing. Anyway, we're returning to lane, both level 5, and here's, the point. I can continue trying auto-attacking where I can, but picking up as much CS as I can as well. I'm starting to get back into the little bit of a rhythm with Kennen now. I have played him a little bit more. And, yeah, as I said, I think he's a pretty damn good champion, in all things considered. There is quite a lot of happening in this map. This Lee Sin is doing a very good job of trying to do as much as he can, with the lack of the Yasuo. Yasuo has still got 0 CS. He is still level 1, not made an impact this game. The one thing to mention with the Kennen versus Renekton matchup, which is specific to this matchup, mainly, is Renekton, if Renekton goes on you with Slice and Dice as Kennen, he's looking to stun you and you don't think you have a way out, use your Lightning Rush before he can W you. This gives you an extra resistances if you hover over it. It actually gives you plus 10 armor and magic resist for 4 seconds. That little 10 armor will reduce that damage by a little bit, but that will help. That will, if you do that every single time. So here we go. Lightning Rush did that little trick, and hey presto, didn't do as much as it normally would. Anyway, Lee Sin is in the area, and we're kind of thinking, can we do something here? So he's staying, he is basing, basing while you're looking for a gank is not always a bad idea, because it means that you're just going to, you're not going to waste time. So if you're not going to go for the gank, then you can just decide to leave. So anyway, this was a bit of a weird Lee Sin play. And he is very strong, he's level 7 already, but Renekton realizes he's tanking so many minions right now. He ultimates, ignites him, and Lee Sin's going to do the best he can. He actually does a very nice W, but yeah, it goes down. So that basically was Lee Sin being a bit too greedy with trying to get CS there, trying to pressure him a little bit too much. Now, Callie is in the area, but my Lightning Rush should be enough to get me out in time. She does have tier 1 boots. I don't, so she will be catching me, but I think I'll be okay. But if Lee Sin just stayed in this bush here, we may have just been able to dive him. We didn't have to go for the kill straight away. So that is a bit meh, but I do manage to pick up a kill for myself, so not all bad. Always see with the silver linings. Now, as mentioned, Renekton does go for the early Negatron Cloak, but going the 2 Doran's Blades does not hurt me as much as he probably thinks it does, him building that. As well as I pick up myself a Seeker's Arm Guard, which will be helping me build early damage. Now, Scumbagger Callie is actually killing the AFK or the DC'd Yasuo. So, in a way you can't blame someone fully for killing a DC in ranked, because at the end of the day, one, it's ranked, there is rating on the line, and 2, people shouldn't enter ranked if they have an unstable connection. That is true, but still there is a certain level of sportsmanship that I don't kill DCs. That I was pointed out on a stream that I was playing actually against Athene, if many of you know him. I actually didn't kill a DC. Versus Athene, and yeah, that the whole stream saw that, and I said to my team, don't kill a DC, it's not worth it. We're winning the game already, and there was really no point to do it. Anyway, I return to lane, and I actually tank a little bit too much minion damage for my liking, so I am going to pop a health potion and continue auto-attacking. Now, the reason for constant auto-attacking when you're at lower health is because of the 2 Doran's Blade passives. They restore health on hit, so this will actually be giving me lifesteal. Again, use the little trick, very standard trick that I'll be doing every single time. Just Lightning Rush when he's going in. That little bonus extra armor will help you in the long run in these little trades or these little, engages that he's going for. Anyway, they are looking for a kill on a Callie. Now, Yasuo is level 3, level 7, so Lee Sin is trying to help, I believe, as much as he can. Renekton is fairly low, so I'm just going to continue the harass CS when possible and pick up that CS. Unfortunately, missed 1, I think, there. Now, I am maybe looking for an engage soon. Again, Lightning Rush, and actually that stun lasted a lot longer than I thought it would. He's actually got 2 points in the W, so his skill order is a bit odd, won't lie. He's got 3 in Q, 2 in W, and 2 in E. So that is quite odd. Normally you just go Q into E and then leave W till last. Renekton is backing. Now here's the point that I kind of think, is he still here? You have to always think about that. Is he still here? Is he still here? Now Wukong is doing a bit of counter jungling, which, yeah, it's an okay, thing for him to do. Lee Sin is looking for a gank bottom lane. So here we go, Lantern. And very nice play by Thresh. Nice little Flay there, but Janna totally counters that whole engage with her ultimate. So that is Janna ultimate burnt, which is good, but still, that is a situation that could have been a potential kill. Now, Wukong did further counter jungling. He actually took 2 of the wolves, the big one and a little one, and that will be probably the end of his little counter gank endeavors there, or counter jungling rather. Anyway, Lee Sin again is looking for something, and here we go. And I think this is actually, I'm not really sure. I think Caitlyn was either typing there or she DC'd herself. I'm not really sure, but I can't be certain there. It didn't look like she DC'd because she did start moving as soon as she got attacked. So I presume that she was typing there, because if you remember in the mid lane, Yasuo literally stood still when he was getting attacked by Kali. So yeah, I presume that she was just typing in that situation. And yeah, returning to top lane, I have built up myself a little bit of a CS lead. Renekton looking to go aggressive, use my E to go into all of them, and use the W to just try and clear as quick as possible. Renekton, maybe he's looking to go on a little bit of a roam, or I don't know really where he's going. So right now I don't have vision of him, but I don't know if he's in here. And he's decided to do double columns. That's a bit of a weird situation when there's all CS here. He may miss a couple. He's actually going to lose a little bit of pressure in lane as well, because I'm going to probably get it to turret, or if I decide not to, I'm probably going to look for a fight on him soon. So furthering into my build, I've got myself obviously the 2 Double Dorans into the Seeker's Arm Guard, and now a Ruby Crystal. Now this Ruby Crystal will be building into a Haunting Guise. It's a very good item on Kennen, but gives him a bit of tankiness as well as gives him a little bit, beefiness in lane. So that will happen. Now, magic penetration is a very good stat on Kennen, because obviously people build MR against him, fairly obvious. And because you're an AoE champion, magic pen will help you affect everybody possible. Because if someone builds MR and you don't have magic pen, your ultimate won't be doing a lot to them, or there's different factors that come into consideration. So yeah, magic pen is a very good item on any AoE champion really. AoE AP champion. So Rumble, very good on magic pen. Vladimir, very good magic pen. And they're the kind of things that you'll kind of notice. Anyway, there is a little bit of a fight going down around the dragon. We are looking to pick it up for ourselves, but we do have to be very careful here. Yasto's going to continue it. Lucian and Thresh continue the chase. But this should be our dragon. Yeah, Thresh actually picks it up, so well played to Thresh. And they're going to continue the kill. Yasuo ults onto the Janna, and that will be that for now. Kali is looking to come back into this fight. I am rotating from the top lane, trying to get there as quick as possible. That was an interesting Thresh hook, but I think we should be able to pick up most of these. Lucian picks up one. Thresh picks up the other one. Janna flashes out. Lucian flashes after her. Now, I have rotated down because I thought this fight may go a little bit longer than anticipated, and may not go in our favour, but it did in the end. We actually got the dragon as well, so this fight is actually doing okay. We're actually taking the lead now, and Janna actually dies to minions, but that in effect gives Lucian the kill. So me rotating down all the way that way actually lost me out on quite a bit in lane. As you can see, Renekton actually has built a little bit of a CS, well, not lead, but he's made a little bit of a comeback. That minute or 2 rotation down to try to get help in dragon did cost me a little bit in lane pressure. I won't lie about that. So in hindsight, I shouldn't have gone down, but it's always nice to help your team. If I was needed there, then that would have been a good situation for me to be in, because obviously Renekton did not follow, but was not needed. So, whatever. Anyway, pressuring the top tower now. Probably going to look to get this soon, as it will give my team extra gold, and anything we can do to help this Yasuo out would probably be a good idea. You can see we've actually got the gold lead right now, even though Yasuo is 0-2-1 with 30 CS and Akali is 82 CS with 3-3-1. We've still got the gold lead. So this game is not looking terrible right now. I haven't made a huge impact in my lane. I've had other Kennen games that I've been, 5-1 in this stage, or 5-0 in lane at this stage versus Renekton's. But I thought I'd show this game because, as mentioned, it's not the end of the world if you have a DC or if someone is not pulling their weight. You can still do well. Anyway, obviously Kennen's strongest stages of his game is his lane phase. Very good, poking people, as well as his team fight, obviously. He's an AoE AP mage. Anyway, Wukong is looking for a gank fairly soon. He is coming up. I don't have a ward here right now, so they are going to look for something. There is the decoy, but it was fairly obvious that Wukong was on his way. Flash, and Wukong ultimate's really, really late, so there's a Wukong ult burnt. Akali as well was looking to rotate as, to try and dive me. So I do have to be fairly careful here. There's no Akali vision or anything. But many people may say, how did I know that gank was coming? It was so obvious how Renekton was playing. Normally Renekton is chilling out in the middle of these lane, or the minion minions, and he only comes forward when one is low. He was right up in, you know, the front, and he wanted to try and kill me. So he wouldn't do that only if Wukong was in the area. So we are actually looking for a 2v2 here. Now, Wukong is still in the area, so this is not going to go well for us. Now, the reason why this is not going to go well for us, because they are a better 2v2 right now. I don't have enough damage as a Kennen to beat them in a 2v2. So, unfortunate for us that we lost it, and I'm about to make another mistake. So, I think this may be mistake number 3. I have no idea why I go this way. So, this is just giving a free death, free kill to the enemy. So, derp moment by Huzzy there. So, that wasn't very good. So Lee Sin's build is quite interesting. Kali does kill Yasuo again, so he actually gave quite a lot of gold to the enemy team there. They haven't taken the lead, but they are making a bit of a comeback there. So that was a mistake both on me and Lee. We shouldn't have gone for that fight. You know, Wukong was around in the area, so we kind of, you know, we should have thought he would be there. And yeah, we just didn't have the damage to kind of kill the Renekton, because he is still tanky. We didn't have the damage to kill Renekton, and then Wukong came in with already an Elder Lizard, and I think he had nearly a Black Cleaver at that time. I think he's just completed it. So anyway, I'm looking to go back top lane, so I'll speed up the game to get there. So you may ask, you know, when are we going to start really showing that we're going to win this game? And I think the moment that happens is when we start team fighting. Although the enemy has a good team fight team too, we actually have a quite nice one as well. We have Yasuo, we have Kennen, we have Lee Sin. That's actually very good in team fights if you can play it well. Thresh, Lucian, both very good as well. And it does help that we have a Lucian that is fairly strong. He is down in CS, which is kind of to be expected versus a Caitlyn, but he is still looking quite strong. Renekton has bought fully. I'm going to slow down the time now. And he has bought himself a Spirit Visage into a Brutalizer. So it's interesting that he builds the damage after the Brutalizer, after the Spirit Visage. Normally it would be the other way around. As Renekton is an early game champion, you want to have pressure in the lane. But he's done it the other way around. So again, use the Lightning Rush to try and mitigate a little bit of that damage. Now he is bullying me a little bit right now because I just mispositioned myself. You know, I stayed around in this area too long. If Renekton does get on you, you're going to have a little bit of a hard time as a Kennen. So anyway, I think I might go back and buy straight away. And I am probably holding quite a bit of gold. I'm holding, only 600. So I've finished my Haunted Guys. So that base was pretty much pure and simple. Just go and heal up. So anyway, there is maybe a fight happening in the mid lane. Lucian and Wukong, or Renekton and Wukong are going to be the really annoying front line of the enemy. That is going to be quite hard to crack. But hopefully we will be able to. So we're going to look for a team fight, I'd imagine, at the Dragon, as it has just spawned. And all 5 members of both teams are around. So here we go. We're probably going to look for a team fight. I'm level 11, so I do have my tier 2 ultimate. So here we go. Any second, I'll probably ultimate in. Very nice chain by the Thresh. And here we go. I'm just doing as much damage as I can. Lee Sin actually picks up the Dragon, so that's great. I pick up the kill on the Kali. Wukong actually flashes. Very nice flash by him. And here we go, further into the team fight. I go straight into the Caitlyn, use my damage, and then escape myself. She does actually flash as well when she was already dead. And Renekton is not looking in a great situation. He does actually pick up 1 kill, so well done to him. And I managed to pick up that kill for myself. Janna, again, she's the only one that managed to survive in this team fight. But I think she will eventually go down. Now, one thing to mention about this Janna is she's actually built a Medjay's. Now, many people say, what the hell, why is she building a Medjay's in this game? Medjay's is actually quite a viable item on Janna, simply because she shouldn't really die. You'll notice that she was the last person to die in that team fight. Janna is a very, very good champion on just staying alive. So Medjay's is not a bad, you know, item at all. Even if you're losing the team fight, you're still going to be building stacks. So I think she has 4 stacks right now, as of what I can see. So she will be building them. And obviously, if she does die, she is 0-5. So it is a bit risky for her to do Medjay's, because she has died a lot more than a Janna normally should. But yeah, it's still a pretty good item on Janna. Would I recommend it in a normal game? Not really, no. But it's still an okay item. So it's not completely out of the ordinary to get Medjay's on Janna. Now, I push up the top wave. This tower is very, very low. I could have gone for it, but I had no vision really of the enemy team. So I decided just to back out. I think that it will go down anyway. But obviously not staying around, I didn't get the little bonus gold that you normally do. But it's okay. And I pick up myself a needlessly large rod. So my AP now is starting to get quite big. Now is the stage that Kennen can really make an impact in a team fight situation. Not just not just a lane situation. So walking back into lane. Going to try and do as much as I can. Just push up the wave. because Renekton is nowhere to be seen. And right now, my team has actually caught out the Akali and managed to kill her. Now, the Akali, from memory, was the person that was like bad-mouthing in chat all the time. So catching her probably felt quite good, especially to the Yasuo, seeing that, you know, it was the lane opponent that killed him when AFK or DC, whatever. So yeah, that's probably quite a nice situation. And Renekton, again, I don't really know why he went in that deep and then Wukong went in after. So they have no synergy. So if Renekton and Wukong went in at the same time, that would have been a lot better. Now I'm coming up from the top side, going to use my ultimate just to burn everything in my path. Bam, here we go. By Caitlyn, by Janna, and hopefully we'll be able to pick up the Renekton here. So unfortunately, well, he does go down. We used quite a lot of flashes for that. I think from memory, I flashed thinking that I had a spark on him to W, but it turns out I didn't. So yeah, that was kind of a poor decision on my part, flashing there. So we're looking to just go into their base and pick up an inhibitor or something along them lines. Very nice wall by Yasuo. So it shows that he can play to a good level. And I'm actually tanking the turret right now, but here we go. There she goes down into the dumps of death. And she did actually flash then as well. So that is a good situation for us. Again, this is the problem that they're having. We are 5 people. They are just coming out in one at a time. So they're always going to lose this no matter what health really we're on. Anyway, Caitlyn is looking for a little bit of a trade. We do actually pick up the Wukong. The team runs for him. And we will pick up the Caitlyn as well. So that gives me another kill. And Janna gets hooked. So again, they're coming in at one at a time. It's a very poor situation by them. So if they just stayed clumped, they may have not lost the game right now. But because they came in one at a time all the time, we're going to simply finish the game. And I realized this. I was going about to base, and I was like, oh, wait, we can finish. So I come back and give my 2 cents to try and help finish the game. Hook by Thresh, looking for further kills. And I think I'm literally just hitting or focusing mainly on the Nexus. So yeah, you can see me auto-attacking there. Wukong, I think, will want my blood. So here we go. Wukong does go on me and Lee Sin. And because I'm the lowest, I think he's going to go for me. And I do manage to kill him before he kills me. Very nice shield by Lee Sin. Manages to keep me alive. I'm on less than 100 health at that stage. And that is the game. So it went fairly quickly of how we won that game. And I actually ended 7-1-7 due to Kennen just being an absolute beast in team fights. So that's pretty much it. More commentaries to come soon. And expect to see a Jace one. Expect to see a Rengar one. And probably a Rise. So hopefully I'll see you guys next time. Subscribe if you haven't, and like it if you like this, and I'll see you guys next time. So goodbye.